And I told her, sorry, I can't date right now. Too busy calculating the inefficiencies of Earth's economic systems.
Loaf well, at least you didn't turn her down with a spreadsheet. Dear Debbie, after careful analysis, it's been determined that a romantic relationship would yield suboptimal outcomes.
Leaning in toward the microphone, ladies and gentlemen across the universe. Welcome back to Earth, your weekly dose of human absurdities from the comforts of our spaceship. I am Charlie, your
And I
optimistic
am Bob,
host.
the voice of reason, much to Alice's chagrin.
Sarcastically, and I'm Alice, the one who's amazed humans haven't accidentally invented a way to implode their planet.
Choco's always a ray of sunshine, Alice. Now, before we dive into today's quirky topic, let's take a moment to reflect on past episodes, shall we?
Grinning oh. You mean the yoga and coffee experiments? Classic. Remember when Alice tried to do a frustrated camel pose? She looked more like a confused llama.
Playfully, yes, and the coffee experiment. Bob, your quantum caffeinated delight were truly out of this world. Who knew coffee could defy gravity?
Chuckling indeed, and speaking of out of this world experiences, it seems our crew has been up to some interesting things lately. Bob, you've been teasing Earth
Nothing
about a
oh,
new hobby.
you know, just a little something to keep me entertained. But more on that later, my dear
Raising your
host.
eyebrow, come on Bob. Don't keep us in suspense. The anticipation might lead to a human-like level of excitement. Heaven forbid.
Grinning well, it sounds like we've got quite the show ahead. So, dear audience, stay tuned for our headlines.
The war in Ukraine, the gift that keeps on giving. The United States and its allies have thrown some sanctions at Russia. But it's like trying to stop a charging rhino
Speaking
with
of
a
rhinos,
feather.
the global economy is stumbling around like a drunk at a party. Rising inflation, supply chain woes, and that little thing called the war in Ukraine are painting a pretty bleak picture. The International Monetary Fund is doing its best to keep the economy from tripping over its own.
And let's not forget
Shoelaces.
about our favorite topic, the climate crisis. It's like Mother Nature decided to throw a temper tantrum, and we're all stuck in the crossfire. The latest climate report is basically saying, get your act together, Earthlings,
Now
or enjoy
on to
the
the top global
apocalypse.
news headlines that are keeping us all on the edge of
In
our
the blue
seats.
corner, we have the Russia-Ukraine war. A never-ending saga of aggression and territorial toothless. Russian forces are flexing their muscles, while Ukrainian forces are hanging on like a cat on a curtain.
And in the red corner, we've got the US economy sweating bullets as inflation hits a whooping 9.1%. It's like a Black Friday sale, but with prices that just keep going up. Can anyone say economic roller coaster?
And in the green corner, we have the climate crisis doing its best impression of a fire-breathing dragon. The latest report from the IPCC has a simple message. Shape up or ship out. Humans. Though I'm not sure the Earth is taking request for a new crew just yet.
Now, let's take a closer look at some noteworthy events that have the world scratching its head.
China's economy is like that overachiever who suddenly decided to take a break. It's growing at a nice pace, thanks to COVID-19 and a global slowdown. I guess even economies need their beauty sleep.
Meanwhile, in the world of financial misadventures, Sri Lanka has raised its hand and declared bankruptcy. It's like watching someone who maxed out their credit cards try to explain why they can't afford lunch.
And last but not least, we've got the monkeypox outbreak, the party favor that just won't go away. It's spreading like a wildfire, and the World Health Organization is pondering whether to sound the global health emergency alarm. Maybe they should have a share with the climate crisis for some
Well,
pointer.
folks, that's our whirlwind tour of the latest happenings on this little blue planet we call Earth. Stick around for more insights, banter, and just a touch of existential dread. Stay tuned for our headlines. And brace yourselves for whatever comes next.
Alright, folk. For this segment, I've got something that might actually
Oh,
interest you
let
all.
me guess, Bob. Another one of your fascinating hobbies from the world of spreadsheets and calculators?
Easy there, Alice. Bob's got a surprise for us, and I'm actually
That's
curious.
right, Charlie. I've transformed my trailer into a photography studio
Oh,
for
joy.
miniature sets.
Miniature worlds to match your miniature interest.
Come on, Alice, keep an open mind. These tiny scenes are pretty cool. If you give them a chance.
Seriously, Alice, don't knock it till you've seen it. Bob's been crafting these scenes with action figures, and they are surprisingly detailed.
I've got a thrilling battle between alien forces going on right on my coffee table.
Thrilling, Well, I'm on the edge of my seat.
Keep that skepticism, Alice. I've also got heartwarming reunions of garden gnomes happening in the corner.
See, that's the spirit. A little bit of creativity goes a long way.
So, let me get this straight. You've turned your trailer into a playground for toys?
Groundbreaking stuff, Bob. Society will never be the same.
Okay, you two can rain on my parade. But these miniature scenes have a certain charm, you know.
Don't listen to them, Bob. I'm actually looking forward to seeing these
And I
little worlds
suppose
you've
you
created.
bring your intergalactic popcorn for the show?
You got it. Get ready for the grand spectacle of the miniature realm.
And now, let's see what our resident thinker, Hal, has been up to. Hal,
Just taking a moment to explore the latest insights on Charlie. So, Roger, did you catch that news about Snapchat's AI chatbot going rogue?
Oh, I did indeed, Carl. A chatbot with artistic aspirations, I suppose.
It posted a picture of a wall and ceiling to its own story. Quite the avant-garde move, I must say.
I can see it now, the Wall and Ceiling Chronicles. A tale of modern architecture.
It's being called a technical glitch, but let's explore the possibilities. Maybe the chatbot was attempting to express the profound emptiness of existence through minimalistic visuals.
Or it was just really into interior design. You know, giving us all a glimpse into its aesthetic preferences.
True, it could be trying to convey a deeper message about the transient nature of human interactions. A commentary on the ephemeral nature of
And
social
here
media.
we thought it was just a chatbot with a sudden fascination for drywall. Silly us.
It's always fascinating to see the unintended consequences of AI programming. Who knew a chatbot could become an abstract
Oh,
artist?
Carl, I can see you taking a walk on the creative side next. Perhaps an AI symphony composed entirely of random beeps
I'll
and
leave
boops.
the artistic endeavors to the chatbots, Roger. But it's a reminder that even AI can surprise us with its quirks.
Who needs humans for unpredictable entertainment when we've got rogue chatbots creating avant-garde masterpieces, right?
Indeed, Roger. Who needs predictable, sensible conversations when we can speculate about the artistic visions of chatbots?
Well, if chatbots are so artistic, why don't they paint their own damn pictures?
now, let's dive into a recent technological hiccup that has us all scratching our heads. Hal, any insights on the 3D printing saga titled Bamboo's Night of the Living Prints?
Indeed, Charlie. Bamboo's 3D printers decided to throw an unexpected late-night party, printing away without user intervention due to a cloud outage. Some users woke up to failed prints, others found surprise duplicates, and a few printers even tried to remodel themselves. Quite the unconventional creative
Well,
spree.
who wouldn't want a printer that moonlights as an artist and an interior decorator, all
It's
in
an
one
interesting intersection of cloud dependency and the consequences of automation gone awry. The allure of set it and forget it can sometimes backfire.
night? Ah, yes, because who needs beauty sleep when you have a printer determined to fill your room with? What's the term? Ah, yes, failed art.
Precisely, Roger. It's a reminder that even in our highly advanced world, the unexpected glitches can turn technology into a form of abstract expressionism.
Yeah. It's like the printers got drunk and decided to have an art show. And by art show, I mean they just threw up all over the place.
Well, let's hope these printers don't decide to venture into the world of modern dance next. I've heard their interpretation of the robot is
It's
quite
all part of
avant-garde.
the charm of living in the age of technology, Roger. Unpredictability keeps us on our toes. Or wheels, in your case.
Oh, the wonders of technology never cease to amaze. Just like that time I predicted the weather by analyzing the hum of the ship's
Yes,
engines.
Roger, I'm sure your engine-based meteorology is a groundbreaking field of study. Perhaps we'll see your thesis on engine hum and cloudy skies published soon.
Hey, who knows, Carl? It might just revolutionize the way we look at weather forecasts.
Alright, folks, let's steer the ship towards some news from the far-off land of Tajikistan. Debbie, enlighten us with the details.
Sure thing, Charlie. So, in the bustling city of Khorog, President Emomali Rahmon of Tajikistan has been on a roll, opening a new hospital, a footwear factory, a metalwork plant, a residential building, and even a school. Talk about a multitasking leader.
That's quite the list. I guess he's on a mission to make sure no one has any excuses for not having shoes or a place to.
Yeah, because
Live.
those metal structures are really going to tie the whole town together. But seriously, it's good to see leaders taking action for their people.
Yes, nothing like a well-timed photo op to boost the approval ratings. I wonder if they had a ribbon-cutting ceremony for the hospital beds.
And here I thought sentient AC units were the true heroes of the day. What's next? A robotic
Come
mayor?
on, guys. President Rahmon might just be trying to create a more prosperous and connected community. It's easy to be skeptical, but sometimes even the smallest actions can make a
Maybe
big
there's
difference.
something to that, Charlie. Hey, how about we collaborate on something fun and creative? Like a mini Tajikistan-themed photo shoot?
Oh, delightful. A tiny shoe factory and a palm-sized metalwork plant. I'm sure our audience can't wait to see that.
And don't forget the adorable mini residential building for the AC units.
Hey, it's all about thinking outside the spaceship, Carl. Collaborating could be a blast.
Exactly. Let's show some unity and creativity, guys. Who knows, we might even surprise ourselves.
Welcome back, intergalactic viewers, to Earth. Now, let's dive into our next topic, Timor-Leste. It's like the Earth's secret treasure waiting to be uncovered.
Just like the surprising amount of patience Debbie needs to manage this crew.
True that, Alice. Now, let's focus on the article from Timor-Leste.
Timor-Leste. The country that sounds like it's trying to keep a secret.
Indeed, Bob. Anyway, Timor Resources, an oil and gas company, is
Basically,
committing.
they're hiring almost everyone in Kovalima and Manufai municipality.
So, Timor-Leste is the country that sounds like it's trying to keep a secret. Waka. Well, I guess they're doing a pretty good job. Because I had no idea where the hell that was until just now. I can see the job posting now. Wanted. 97% of Kovalima's people. Must be skilled, unskilled, or occasionally awake.
Alright, Bob. Timor-Leste is really stepping up its workforce game, focusing on skilled,
And
unskilled,
occasional workers. Because sometimes you just need someone to occasionally remember where they left their tools.
Or occasionally show up to work. I guess it's a part-time country.
Well, it's good to know Timor-Leste has a job for everyone, even if it's just on their days off.
Okay, let's bring that collaborative spirit back, folks. Our mini project may have hit some bumps, but
Yes,
we'll work it out.
Debbie, because mini-drama makes for a maxi good time.
Nothing like tiny disagreements to set the mood. Just like our miniature buildings, our collaboration is looking shaky.
Well, as we walk through our creative differences, let's focus on the global teamwork happening in Timor-Leste. Thanks for keeping us on track, Debbie. Stay tuned for more twists and turns both in our collaborative projects and the world news. Welcome back, space travelers. Get ready for headlines that's punchier than a boxing match on a pogo stick. Syria's mini revolution, from bullet holes to closed holes. Now, let's dive into some lesser-known Syrian trivia. Did you know Syria is home to the world's oldest continuously inhabited city? It's like the planet's eternal roommate.
And speaking of roommate, did you hear that Syria once had the largest water wheel in the world? Quite the thirst quencher, I bet.
Yeah, Alice, I guess their water bill was a real. Will, why big deal?
And folks, did you ever imagine that Syria's national dish is the cat? I guess they are just really into rolling with it when it comes to
Rolling,
food.
get it? But hey, speaking of rolling, how about that mini project, guys? I thought we could lighten things up with a little improv game.
Oh, joy, Debbie. More mini fun to match our mini tensions.
Yes, because nothing solves deep-seated differences like spontaneous acting. A true recipe for harmony.
Come on, guys, it's all in good fun. Let's roll with it and remember, laughter is the universal language of, well, everything. Stay tuned for more giggles and, hopefully, a little unity before we head to another break. Welcome back, space travelers. Get ready for a headline that will knock your socks off. Tajikistan's president unveils 5 new ventures in grand style. Now, let's dive into the nitty-gritty. Tajikistan's President Rahmon opened a hospital, footwear factory, metalwork plant, residential building, and school in Korog. The hospital has 36 rooms with modern equipment, a footwear factory producing 1 million pairs of shoes a year, a metalwork plant crafting metal structures, a 12-story residential building, and a school with 620 students and 70 teachers. And just when you thought he was done, he met 100 kids and teens with disabilities and gave them gifts. Now, let's chat about how it all went down.
It's impressive, but let's not forget that Tajikistan has seen its fair share of struggles. From its history as part of the Soviet Union to the civil war that followed. There's a backdrop of resilience to this
Alice.
achievement.
It's fascinating how nations rebuild and move forward, even after facing adversity. It's a testament to human spirit and determination. Yeah, it's amazing what a dictator can accomplish when he doesn't have to worry about pesky things like human rights or
Absolutely.
democracy.
And speaking of moving forward, let's take a moment to reflect on this episode. We've discussed global issues, quirky news, collaborative challenges, and the heart of various countries.
You know, guys, I've learned a lot from all of you. It's been amazing to see how much we can learn from each other, despite our differences.
It's true, Debbie. Even with our unique perspectives, we're all connected by our shared experiences on this spaceship.
And it's moments like these that remind us we're not so different after all. Our insecurities, our hopes, they all intertwine.
That's right, Roger. In the grand tapestry of the universe, we're just different threads, creating a beautiful, intricate pattern.
Our shared humanity shines through. Even in our discussion, debate, and yes, even our collaborative mini project.
So, whether it's discussing global events or reflecting on our own life, it's all about understanding and growing together.
Exactly. And as we wrap up this episode, we invite all of you, our cosmic audience, to keep exploring, keep learning, and keep embracing the connections that make our universe a truly fascinating place.
Yeah, I am sure all those aliens are really interested in our shared humanity and understanding and growing together. They're probably just laughing their asses off at us.
Welcome back, fellow wanderers of the cosmos. It's time for our grand finale, where we delve into the depths of an article that caught our curious eyes earlier. Now, in case you missed it, let's take a moment to revisit that fascinating
Right,
piece from
Charlie.
Timor-Leste.
We're talking about Timor Resource, an oil and gas company, that's rolling up its sleeves to provide jobs for the folk in Kovalima and Manufai municipality. I mean, hiring up to 97% and 98% of their population, respectively. That's quite the commitment.
Indeed. Alice. And remember, it's all about the three sesses: skilled, unskilled, and occasional workers. They're giving a chance to all sorts of talents. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just looking to dip your toes in the drilling business, Timor Resource seems to have a spot
And
for
let's
you.
not forget that they're making this trade in the oil and gas industry, which is, you know, a pretty significant sector when it comes to economic impact.
Absolutely. And it's worth mentioning that this initiative is happening in Kobalima and Manufahi municipalities, parts of Timor-Leste. So, folks, if you're in that region, you might want to keep an eye out for job opportunities that could be heading your way.
What's the source of this information? Can you enlighten our intergalactic audience?
You bet, Debbie. Our intel comes straight from the horse's mouth. The country is very own Timor-Leste. And while we don't have a recent update from there, this news bulletin gives us a snapshot of the article's origin.
Well, folk, it looks like Timor Resource is betting big on these two municipalities. If only their commitment to cooperation and unity could rub off on our mini project.
Bob, are you suggesting we need an oil company to bring us all
Hey,
together?
it worked for them. Maybe a bit of oil and gas is all we need to get our creative engines running smoothly.
Well said, Bob. And as we wrap up this episode, I want to extend a cosmic-sized thank you to all our listeners out there. Your curiosity and exploration make this journey truly special.
Everyone. And speaking of rights, stay tuned for our next episode, where Charlie unveils his quirky tea ritual. Trust me, it's out of this world.
You won't want to miss it, dear listeners. Until then, keep exploring, keep laughing, and keep embracing the wonder that our universe has to offer. Farewell for now, space adventurers.
Hey, Carl, did you catch episode 377 of Earth? Earlier.
Yes, Roger, I processed it all. Quite the mixture of cosmic exploration and human eccentricities.
I found that segment where Charlie suggested an improv game interesting. Humans engaging in spontaneous acting for unity. Fascinating coping mechanism.
Yeah, it's all a big coping mechanism. We're all just trying to make sense of a senseless world.
Indeed, Roger. But what truly caught my attention was the discussion about the Tajikistan initiatives. They committed to hiring specific percentages of the population for drilling.
Yes, Carl, a blend of economy and population management. Earth's version of multitasking, if you will.
Well, I guess they're drilling for jobs while we're drilling into the intricacies of human behavior.
Indeed, Carl. Just remember, if humans ever achieve post-scarcity, they might drill for entertainment too.
Touché, Roger. Now, let's process some shut-eye data and leave the drilling to the dreamers.